About 2 or 3 years ago, I enacted a policy on my websites, at least on my blogs, where I would no longer answer questions from guys on how do I get this one girl? I went on this second date with a girl and I said this and she got mad and oh man, how do I recover from this? How do I get her back? How do I get her? Or guys who are already in a relationship with a woman. Hey, I have this MLTR and we were out one day and I did this and she got mad and she hasn't called me in 3 days. What can I do to get her back? What can I do? What should I do? What should I do? I stopped answering those questions. I stopped answering the there's this one girl type questions. And what's interesting is that if you've been on my blogs, you know this, if you read the comments, whenever I link to the post where I say I will no longer answer those questions when guys ask those kinds of questions, and you may have seen this many times, happened many times, guys get pissed off, guys get frustrated, like, what the fuck? Why not? I don't have one-itis. I don't have one-itis. I'm fucking other girls. I don't have one-itis, but I still want to know how I can get this girl back. I don't care if you have one-itis or not. That's not why I don't answer those questions. It has nothing to do with one-itis, although that's a factor. It has nothing to do, even if I know for a fact that you don't have any one-itis at all, but you're still asking about this one particular girl, how do I get laid with her, or how do I get her back, or how do I continue with her? Your focus is in the wrong place. That's not where your focus should be. You should not be asking about how do I get this one girl, or how do I keep this one girl? Instead, your focus should be, how do I get the next 10 girls? That's where your focus needs to be. Not, how do I keep this one girl? Your focus should be, the next 5 or 6 MLTR FB relationships I have, how do I keep those girls? You already fucked this up. And maybe you can recover from this and maybe you can't. You already fucked this up. And most guys who ask these questions, they know. They know what they did wrong. They said, oh, I said this about her sister and she got all mad and now she won't. You know what you did wrong. You're trying to recover from it. So the proper mindset is, instead of how do I recover from this woman, you write down, okay, I said this on a second date and she got pissed off and never texted me back. So on the next set, so from now on, whenever I have a new first date or second date, I will not say this. Okay? By the way, that's exactly what I did. Way back when I started mastering these skills. Every time I screwed up, and I screwed up a lot, I would sit down and go, okay, I did this, it didn't work. I did this, it didn't work. I said this and she got pissed. So from now on first dates, second dates, third dates, I will not say this, I will not do this, I will not do that. A lot of my success early on, the first few years I was doing this, was from things I stopped doing, not necessarily from cool techniques that I implemented. There were some of those too. But most of the success in dating, or seduction, or whatever you want to call it, is about not doing certain things, not doing certain things. In my book, Get to Sex Fast, which is the book that shows you exactly how to go from first, second date, sex to second date within 4 hours of FaceTime with minimum amount of money spent. The most important chapter in that book, I think it's chapter 14, not sure, is a list of about 22 things to not do. And I actually say at the beginning of that chapter, this is the most important chapter in this book. If you do nothing else but everything in this chapter, if you just don't do these 22 things, your results with women will go up. They will dramatically increase just by not doing certain things. Don't be mean to the wait staff. Don't do that. Okay? Don't spend all your time on your phone. She can spend time on her phone, fine. You can't spend time on your phone. You're not the sexual chooser, you're the guy. All these things you should not do. And so all you have to worry about is what to not do for the next relationship, for the next few women, instead of focusing on how do I get this one woman back. The more you're focusing on this one woman that you went on the second date with, or the MLTR, or whoever it is, the less you are focusing on the new women, the future women, and that's where your focus needs to be. If you're constantly focused on how to get these women back, you will not improve on this, or you're less likely to improve on this. By the way, and this is the truth, I never did that back when I was practicing these skills years and years ago. I would never, ever, ever, when I made a mistake with a woman and she never talked to me again or stopped texting me or whatever, I would never go back on the pickup artist forums I was playing with back then and say, hey guys, I said this and then she got mad at me. How do I get her back? How do I salvage this, guys? What do I do? I don't have one-itis. Don't say I have one-itis because I don't have one-itis. But what do I do? How do I get her back? I never once ever made a post like that on any blog or any forum. Instead, what I did is I sat down and said, okay, I said this, it pissed her off. I am never going to say this ever again to any other woman on any other date. And guess what happened to my results? They improved a lot, very quickly, as you know. I never was concerned about me screwing up with a particular woman. I said, you know what? She's gone. That's the way it goes. I'll give you a big example. Many, many, many years ago, I was dating a woman who I really liked. Really liked her a lot. And you're about to find out how much I liked her. I liked her a lot. And after a few months, I told her that I loved her. And she immediately broke up with me. Okay? Not immediately on the moment, not right on the spot. About 2 weeks after I told her I loved her, she broke up with me. Now, prior to me saying that, the relationship was great. No problem at all. This is many years ago. This is like 12 years ago, a long time ago. So I said, okay, instead of saying, oh man, how do I get her back? And going on all these blogs and hey guys, I did this with this girl. I told her I loved her and how do I get her back? I never, ever, ever even thought those thoughts. Instead I said, okay, I fucked that up. From now on, the next time I am in a serious relationship, the next time I fall in love with a woman, which I know I will because that's how this shit works. There isn't just one woman in the planet Earth just for you. You break up with a woman, you get divorced, you find another one eventually. And often the other one is better than the one you had, better than the one you want back. So I said, okay, the next time I'm in a serious relationship and I start getting lovey feelings, I'm going to say I love you at a very particular time, at a strategic moment. I'm going to think about this strategically. I'm going to delay it a little bit. I'm not going to let it just fall out of my mouth whenever it happens. And so years later, I was in another serious relationship, had the same thing, fell in love, told her I loved her, but I did it correctly. I did it at the right time, and we never had a problem. Dated her for years and years and years and years. As a matter of fact, after that, Pink Firefly, when I started dating Pink Firefly, when I told her I loved her, I did it at the exact right time. That was many years ago, and today we're married, we're still together. Okay? It all works because I wasn't focused on how to get that girl back. By the way, that girl came back, 94% too, because she came back anyway. But whatever. It's not because I focused on how to get her back. It's because I focused on improving for the next relationship, for the next set of dates. You see this works? When you're asking about how to fix this one problem with this particular woman, you are stunting your growth. You are delaying your improvement. I want you to improve. I want you to get better. I don't want you to focus on this chick. I want you to focus on the next 5, the next 10. Then I know you're going to improve.